Guys, I gotta say, I'm sorry, the last gentleman who came up here, all his wives died from poison mushrooms. That's too bad. All my experiences with poison mushrooms have been nothing short of fucking awesome. But that's neither here nor there. So, riding the subway this morning, and I happened to notice something provided by the MTA. Let me know that September was National Preparedness Month. Did you guys know that? Yeah, me fucking neither. Last I checked the calendar, it was October 11th, F plus National Preparedness Month. No good whatsoever. You know, I can tell that joke until the end of October, so I'm going to tell it for 3 more weeks. The thing that's been giving me a little trouble lately, bothering me a little bit, I'm clearly a bit of a nerd. I got grammar. No, it's been very good to me. I'm a bit of a nerd, so I got this problem when I hear people using IE and EG interchangeably. You know the grammar expressions? Sorry, you guys will love this. Just in case people don't know, the difference is as follows. When you want to give a couple examples of something you just alluded to, you use EG. When you want to specifically name that which you just referenced, you use IE. And you point out the difference to a room full of people when you want to be a dick. IE, what I just did. Cheating. People toss around expressions with no regard for how they should be used, and I find this happens all too often. I was getting a cup of coffee the other day with a friend, and she suggested I have the muffins. She couldn't just tell me that the muffins were good. She said these muffins are to die for. Now, I'm something of a literalist, so I have a problem with that. I know it's just an expression, but it probably used to mean something, you know? It probably used to be like, freedom! It's to die for! And now we're left with muffins! They're to die for. And that's just not cool, you know? The only context where you could really use to die for appropriately, it's going to be in a doctor's office, okay? And I don't think anyone's really ready for that, you know? We go in, Mr. Upland, we have the results back from your tuberculosis test. I'm sorry, it's to die for. Damn it. If you want to bring about murder or death into the whole equation, that's fine, I'm cool with that, but let's make it something more powerful. Not to die for, to kill for. Because what a mark of quality if something is so good that you're willing not only to sacrifice your own life, you want to take someone else out too. It is my wildest dream that to kill for will become to die for. Yes, sometimes you say things just to get a groan. So, I live with my girlfriend. We moved to Harlem about 3 years ago. Yeah, got some Harlem folks there. In case people don't know, we were part of the first wave of something called gentrification. It's not a very good thing. My girlfriend and I often feel terrible about it. Gentrification is basically when certain people push out other people from the neighborhood. And it's bullshit, but we want to live in Manhattan and rents are very cheap in Harlem. But, here's the good news. We were not part of the big wave of gentrification. No. That's happening today, 3 years after we moved in. And I can tell this for a variety of reasons. You might notice your neighborhood is becoming gentrified when the graffiti that you see around on walls and mailboxes includes promotional advertisements. A mailbox on my street corner has a couple local graffiti artists and a sign telling me to drink Yahoo. Imagine if I said Yahoo. Oh, I said it again. Okay. We're going to reverse it and you guys are going to laugh your asses off. The sign now says drink Yoo-hoo. What's that about? Second thing I know, my neighborhood is becoming even more gentrified than when I started the gentrification. We have a supermarket in our block, used to sell nothing whatsoever, but now it's all upscale. They have all kinds of crazy fruits, vegetables, and other stuff, right? And I know the gentrification is happening because at the cash register, where they usually have the impulse items like mint, gum, things like that, you can now buy impulse garlic press. There's not even a joke in there. It's an actual garlic press. I'm sitting there trying to buy my can of tomato soup, and I'm thinking, oh, garlic press, gee, no, I don't need one of those at all. No reason. The last reason I'm thinking is, again, when we moved into the neighborhood, we were one of the only few white people on the block. Not a big deal, just a fact. But now, when I walk off the subway, I find myself thinking the words that a homeless guy so eloquently said to me the other day. There's a lot of goddamn crackers here now! Like, he's right, there are a lot of goddamn crackers here. So I live in Harlem, but I do like to get out of the city from time to time. Recently took a road trip, which was a lot of fun. not driving much, I discovered something that you guys might already know. When you go to a new state, there will be a sign that welcomes you to whatever state you're in. And that's pretty alright. They say, welcome to whatever state you're in. Governor, whomever the fuck. And that's okay, but that's just useless information. I drive into Connecticut, it says, welcome to Connecticut, Mayor M. Jody Rell. I can't do anything with that info. What it should say is something I can use. Welcome to Connecticut, you cannot buy booze past 9. Or on Sundays. Fine print, maybe an asterisk, that's fine. This useless information trend is not just limited to things like road signs. Oh, no. I read the Sunday circulars, not the newspaper, but the circulars, because I like to know how much things cost. And they had an ad for color TV, and it says things like picture-in-picture, multiple cable channels, great. Color screen. Now, I did check my calendar, it's 2006. A colored screen, pretty much standard fare these days. That's as good as telling me that the TV turns on and off. The last thing I noticed with this useless information, I was looking at a bottle of water the other day because I got time. And the bottle of water says on it, arsenic-free. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And they could add one word to that, and this one word can make almost any bit of not important information very important. And that word is now. If that same bottle of water said, now arsenic-free? I've been drinking that water for years. Extend it to the Canadians. You don't have kids, but let's pretend you did. You want to go out for a night out of town? You might want to screen someone to watch your children. If they say, I'm good with kids, that's great. But if they say, I'm good with kids now, no good whatsoever. I got the light, I'm going to take my time there. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dan Upland. Thank you for coming.